So many people saying hello. I don't know where you are in the world and what you're up to at the moment, but here in London, it is 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. GMT, and I'm sitting here in my flat by myself, just wanting to have a quiet little beer with my peeps. You guys. So, how are you? And cheers. Hey? Here's to a not horrible week. This rather informal, impromptu live stream is going to be very sort of ad hoc and unplanned. So you guys can lead this one. I'm here to answer all questions and just to hang out and shoot the shit and just hang, you know? Just relax. It's Friday. I'm ready just to unwind. Whispering Life. Cheers. I'm cracking open a bottle of red later. Good. Do it now. Hello from Russia. Your videos always make me sleep. That's very good news. I'm really pleased that the audio is working, by the way. This is fantastic. It's going to be a semi-ASMR-y stream. Like what I usually do. It's going to be somewhat quiet and chill. I'm not going to be particularly loud. I doubt that anyone's going to be falling asleep to it anyway. But just in case, I'm an ASMR channel. It fits the bill, right? Hello from California. Hello from London. Do I stan Lady Gaga? I have no problems with Lady Gaga at all. I don't know if I'd say that I stan her, though. Goodness. I never know what... I always forget every time I live stream what one does in a live stream, but we're just hanging out with me in this pink light. And this pink light behind me. All of this stuff going on. Check out this production value. Hello from Romania. Hello. Hello from Austria. Hello. Goodness, so many people are here. Do I like Harry Styles? Again, I'm not sure that I'm pro or against Harry Styles. I don't know that I've listened to enough of his music. Joseph Stalin. Hello. That's so very kind of you. Thank you very much for the donation. Mwah. Atlas, mate, when will you do a six-pack reveal? Maybe at 100k. No, let's not promise that. 200k. No, I'm not promising that. But hey, keep them on the hook. Rad Studios, thank you so much for the donation. That's so kind. Hello from France. Hello from Rome. Chile. Far out. This is so cool. Thank you very much for giving up your precious time to come and say hello to little old me. It's very cool. It's very, very, very cool. I swear, every time I do these chats, I get more and more sort of like magnanimous. Maybe it's me just becoming more comfortable with the format. Cat Bailey. Good to see you, friend. If anyone hasn't subscribed to Cat Bailey yet, please do. He's wonderful. Hello everyone. This is so cool. Oh, Impossible Albatross. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much for the donation. Hello. Gosh, so many hellos. Hello from New Zealand. Isla, how is New Zealand doing? Please tell me, is it well? I miss it. I get these calls from my parents often, which is lovely, where they're incredibly smug, so smug, about how well they're doing in New Zealand. And it's, I tell you, a bit annoying. I love my folks, and it's always lovely to hear from them. But Christ, love to be in New Zealand right now. Atlas, what's your favourite shape? I don't know. I think probably a triangle. But that's just off the top of my head. I haven't thought about it. Rad Studios, thank you so much again for another donation. That's so cool. What equipment do you use? Your videos are so cinematic. I don't know if this is just a disappointing answer, but I use just like a Canon camera. You know, it's not like a video camera. It's just like a photography camera. And lights. I would say that I love lights. As you may be able to see, me being flooded with this pink and purple stuff. But I film in my studio space and have enough space to properly get the lighting that I really want. Harlequin, thank you so much for your lovely super chat. We scheme. Oh, we scheme. Thank you, guys. And thank you, We Scheme. This is very, very kind of you. Just want to support a fellow YouTuber. You're the most underrated ASMR talent on this platform, and it isn't close. Keep up the top shelf content. It's amazing. I think that's far too kind. But thank you very much for the for the kind words. And Steph J, thank you so much. You too. That's brilliant. Nice. Okay, so many questions, and I really apologise that I'm missing loads of questions. If you don't see that your question is answered, please just try again until it is. Your part in the B movie, your part in the B movie is great. Thanks. If anyone hasn't seen GB's phenomenal B movie, ASMR B movie, it's an astounding accomplishment. Like, it was something I think that the community just really needed, this like absolute injection of positivity and good vibes. I loved it, and I was very honoured to be a part of it. So if anyone hasn't seen it, please check it out. I play Pollen Jock number 3, and as you'll see in the movie and in the bloopers, I look just outrageously arrogant the entire time. Which, let's be honest, isn't really acting. I kid. Okay. Pluto Stardust. Atlas, how are you so good at art? I don't think that I'm actually phenomenal at art. Well, it sort of depends what you mean by art. I don't know, my stomach's going crazy too. I don't have a satisfying answer for that right now. Okay, sorry, I'm being really slow. I can't maintain a chill vibe and also just frantically answer questions. Do you live in the US? No, I'm from New Zealand, but I live in London. We want a hair salon ASMR video. You know what? One of my favourite things to watch is Fred Voice's like snippy, raw barbershop sounds videos. I think that they're awesome. I'm not typically triggered by trigger videos, but I love the sounds in that. And if I can bring that into into my style, I don't know what my style is, but that would be really cool. So maybe. Ritsu, thank you so much for the donation. Your channel is great. Greetings from Argentina. Recommended ASMR artist. ASMR Virgin has some good content. I will check them out. I'm not actually sure that I'm au fait with their work. Where are we? Selkie, hello. Good to see you. Hope that I'm enjoying the live stream. I certainly am. The first 11 minutes, 50 seconds are going swimmingly well. Okay. Eleanor, is there something that you do other than ASMR as a job? Yes. Firstly, I would never call ASMR my job. There's going to be so much burping in this, I'm so sorry. I would never call ASMR my job simply because it's no secret that YouTube obviously pays its creators from ad revenue. I would say that I would probably spend far more than that in expenses, but also far more than that in just time doing the videos. So I would never, I've never considered it an income source. I'm a sort of graphic designer, photographer type. I produce what's called key art, so effectively poster campaigns and such for entertainment and the arts, which is to be honest, it's my dream job. What's your favourite Shakespeare play? I love A Midsummer Night's Dream. A Midsummer Night's Dream would be my favourite too. Second would be Twelfth Night. Joseph Stalin, thank you again. I think the Atlas makes good sounds. Are we talking about me or are we talking about a map? How did I come up with the man on the train video? To be honest, it started with no conceptual intention at all, and I didn't script it. So I bought a I bought I bought a suit, a vintage suit from the time period, and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit on a train, read the paper, and I bought a paper from 1890, sorry, and I read it, and I talked around it, and what happened story-wise just arose from that. It was sort of lightning in a bottle, in a sense. But also, when I posted it, I didn't really think it was... I thought it was very much like an in-between video for me. Oops. Does that sound nice? I thought it was going to be something that I just sort of put out there and then did something that I was more passionate about. But it ended up going gangbusters, so that was surprising. Why did I kill off the man on the train? It was very much a decision in the moment, I was like, how am I going to finish this video as I was speaking? And then I was just like, oh, well, I guess I'm dying. Jenny. Thank you so much, Jenny. That's so kind. It's the Friday special and I can't keep up with the chat. Neither. Okay, sorry. Do you watch football? If yes, what team do you support? I do watch football. The team that I support is the team my family supports, which is Southampton. But because Sam, and you might have met my housemate, Sam, he supports Tottenham. And so we end up watching the Spurs quite a lot. Kia ora. Where in New Zealand are you from? Kia ora. I'm from Auckland. Zodiac sign. I'm Aquarius. Would you consider doing an Avengers-themed ASMR? Complicated answer. Or complicated question. But I have so far stayed away from dipping into other people's fiction. I've been creating my own sort of, I guess maybe with the exception of Mozart, but I've been trying to create my own fiction, my own narratives, my own stories, my own lore, And I don't consider myself a roleplay channel. I don't consider myself, one who takes like Tony Stark, Iron Man, and intends to sort of play that role, play roles that people are familiar with, or indeed services that people are familiar with. Not knocking that, and I'm not saying that the channel won't go down that path, because it might. But I think Avengers is something like a lot of other things that I could roleplay are story universes and have been acted really recently by people who have done such a phenomenal job that I don't want to then go in and sort of do my own spin, my own take. I don't think I find that satisfying currently, but never say never. Maybe. I hope that made sense. I probably didn't articulate that as well as I should have. Would you consider doing an ASMR in different languages? That would require me to be much more multilingual than I am. You'll have noticed that in my videos I have spoken Italian and I have spoken Latin. I have spoken a tiny bit of German, but I don't speak, annoyingly, any other languages particularly fluently. The language that I would want to speak in a video that I am yet to is Maori, as in the indigenous language of New Zealand. So that's definitely, when I eventually get around to doing my Kiwi ASMR, we'll go down that route. Where are we? Okay, Espanol. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll take lessons. What's your... Oh, gosh, sorry. What's my favourite Avenger? Definitely Iron Man. Where are we in the chat? Do you often do no-script videos? To be honest, I tweak my video process every time I do a video. And I don't script things word by word, no. But since Man on Train, I haven't done an entirely improvised video, because I find that with my videos I like to have a beginning, middle and end, and a different idea as to what sort of triggers that I'll use, And I'm sorry if you can hear that plane going past. And so I like to write myself an outline talking points. That's how I do things. If you ever plan on doing another Happy Place video, I'm an animation background artist who can help draw them if you like. Thank you. Thank you. I quite like the idea of collaborating with other people. And yeah, I will be doing another Happy Place video because it's quite an easy format. I mean, I could see that format begetting some sort of series, you know? And also, I really enjoyed making it. Are you a fan of Ephemeral Rift? I am. I love Ephemeral Rift. I think he's wonderfully creative. I love seeing whatever he comes up with. We're doing well. What percent of your viewers are female? 98 or 99%? No, nowhere near that actually. Because I think the demographic of YouTube generally is male. My viewership tends to be predominantly male. But yeah, I think it's probably about 60-40 male. Might even be 70-30 male. Sneak peek of the next ASMR vid. Sorry, I don't yet know what it is. But you'll get one when I do. Sorry. Sparkling water, of course. Would you make a Discord server? I've been asked this a few times, and to be honest, I'm not brilliant when it comes to social media. And I'm not brilliant when it comes to chatting and messaging. You know, it's not my forte. I'm not a fellow who likes to spend loads and loads of time on social media. So I think I would find a Discord server tricky to keep up with. You know, it would be sort of fun, I guess, to sort of be part of a community, and but I think it's not me. It doesn't feel very me, I don't think. Again, I'm not saying never. Hello to everyone else who's just joined. We have almost 500 people here, which is just bonkers. It's just bonkers. Thank you so much for giving up some of your time to come and chat. Would you consider making an old-fashioned soda bottler ASMR video? I really enjoyed listening to carbonation sounds. Funnily enough, so do I. You know what? That's actually quite a good idea. I quite like that. If we are mostly dudes, does that mean you cracked open a cold one with the boys? It certainly does, Frank. It certainly does. Why did I leave New Zealand? Now, that's a story that I think I've answered here before. But I left New Zealand with a travelling troupe of Kiwi theatre makers. And we came to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in order to put on a show. It was a sort of immersive, interactive show. And it did quite well. And it was well received, and people in London were keen to, I guess, transfer the show from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival to London. And we put it on, and it was good fun. And then I sort of just never left. I just stayed here. It was years before I ended up going back home. But, and it took me a long time to like London, but I do now. The Aeronaut, aka Flintlock, the ending of that ASMR video implied a potential adventure or series of scenes with the adventurer. Is that something you plan to explore in the future? Yes, it is. Please gently harass John or Joe for more duck story. I plan to, and I do, daily almost. We all need our fill of ducks. Joe writes with an avid fever every day. He is an absolute whirlwind of juggernaut. His pen never leaves the paper. And so, you know, I very much hope that his creations can at some point again be featured on this channel. Because he's got a wonderful brain, does Joe. Where are we? Shrek roleplay. I think that's a GB question. I think the Shrek roleplay. I think think many people are trying to now campaign GB to do the Shrek roleplay for 4 million, which I think would be lols. Ephemeral Rift cosplay when I couldn't do it justice. I don't think anyone could possibly roleplay Ephemeral Rift. Although I'd love to talk to him one day. I should get in touch with him one day. Hello to everyone who's chatting. I don't know which question to concentrate on, to be honest. Could you do another ferryman vid? Pardon me. I dare say if any more characters die, they will probably be meeting the ferryman. The ferryman was a very fun video to make, considering that it was the first time. Well, if you're an avid viewer of my channel, you will notice that the videos are all linked in some way. And the ferryman was exciting because it represented a journey from a continuation of another video. And God, my stomach. I'm trying to live stream. And yeah, so there's a story going, and who knows where it's going to end up. Who knows where Grant's going now. You were in GB's B movie? I was in GB's B movie, yes. I was Pollen Jock number 3. The Pollen Jock crew were my homies. They're amazing. Okay. Unlimited continuation. Yeah, at some point. Can you please do another reading a bedtime story? Yes, I can. Although I think that the idea that I've departed from bedtime stories is sort of a myth, considering that, you know, Man on Train, The Ferryman, what other? Oh, the Christmas one that I did. All of these are sort of me. They're sort of like the old videos that I did, me reading stories, but just sort of dressed up in other locations. But I haven't moved too far away from my OG content, you know. My favourite video is the extremely personal questions. Thank you. I enjoyed making that one. Love Grant, maybe he arrives in heaven. I think he's in the underworld now. I would think. But that's, you know, that's the Greek idea of heaven. He's going into Elysium. Grimm Brothers or Anderson? I prefer the Grimm Brothers, having read a lot of both. They're just quirkier. I mean, Hans Christian Andersen's plenty quirky, but the Grimm Brothers are just proper evil. It's great. How long does it take to make a video from start to finish? It takes ages and ages and ages. I'm trying to just work out. Oh, don't worry. I'm not sure that I could quantify it with hours, I'm sorry, to give a rather unsatisfying answer. You look almost like Merlin from Kingsman. Like Mark Strong. That's amazing. What an amazing comparison. Okay. I really loved Upgrade Shop. Thanks. I think Upgrade Shop, as I said on the last live stream, has to be one of the videos that I'm most proud of in terms of the result. Just because it was rather ambitious an edit, and it turned out okay, I think, if I can say so. I hope I can say so. Please forgive me touching the mic. Cool. Will you do a collab with ASMR Atmosphere? Now, wouldn't that be something? I don't get. I've never talked to Anna. I don't get the feeling, although I could be wrong here. I don't want to speak unfairly, but I'm not sure if she's the collaboration type. You sound British, but I think you are Australian. I'm Kiwi, but I understand why I would sound British. Even in New Zealand, I didn't have a particularly, like, twangy Kiwi accent. If that makes sense. Hey Ed and Lena. Hey Grant, favourite character you've played? I don't know. I quite liked Alfie Strong from The Gentleman. Favorite anime? I know that this isn't strictly anime because it's sort of American, but I really like The Legend of Korra. Some have speculated as to why the Atlas Hotel. Let me scroll up to find that one again. Oh. Has such a strange narrative structure. Were you not pleased with that video initially before deciding to go ahead with it anyway? No. I mean, the Grand Atlas narrative structure was all very planned. You know, it's supposed to be this absolute sort of, layered onion of a video, much like the Grand Budapest Hotel. If you've watched the Grand Budapest Hotel, indeed many other Wes Anderson films as well, they have layers and layers and layers of narratives, and that's what drew me to it. So no, that bit was all very intentional. I don't think I felt comfortable with it because at that point in time, I wasn't comfortable with acting, on my channel. Until The Gentleman, I'd been doing a lot of readings and a lot of sort of personality-driven stuff, but not acting, And so I wasn't comfortable with it. I probably am a little bit more comfortable with it now, but yeah, it's a journey. It's a work in progress. Getting used to this, Wait, The Last Airbender. Korra better than The Last Airbender. It's a very rare opinion. Yeah, I watched Korra first, and so that holds a more special place in my heart. But I've seen both, and I like both. Hey Atlas, mate, will you grow your hair and beard and do a video for the Atlas Cinematic Universe as an old wise man? We would love to see Old Man Atlas. To be honest, Mr. O, it's going to happen naturally, just through the linear nature of time. We'll get there, I promise. Creative Calm ASMR, 30-minute streaming hype. Thank you very much for coming, Lucy. I always appreciate it. What frosty beverage are you enjoying? Beverage? I'm enjoying beer. I'm enjoying a Heineken. Look at that free product placement. What kind of music do you listen to? Do you have a favourite band or artist? I have an eclectic range of music and tastes, and I can't possibly nail down just one. I have very keenly in the past recommended to anyone on my streams Tom Misch. I love Tom Misch. He's amazing. I think he's great. So if anyone hasn't listened to Tom Misch, please check him out. He probably pretty well encapsulates my current musical flavours. Thank you, Andrew ASMR, for coming. Really appreciate it. Do I have a favourite drink? I think to the channel Stalwarts, they might say sparkling water, and I would tend to agree with them. I think it's probably sparkling water. I'm not like a sweet drink sort of guy. I'm a sparkling water and beer sort of guy. I don't drink any soda or pop, as you'd say. Dude, that video game video was incredible. I'd love to see more like that. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the ASMR but it's a video game? That would make sense if you were. Thanks. I think the problem with something like that is, although it's creatively gratifying to make, and conceptually interesting, it's not necessarily something that people fall asleep to. I don't want to, people might have, but I want to strike a good balance between like gimmicky videos, and I don't say that to cheapen them because I like making them. But I need to often remind myself why people watch ASMR, and people have different reasons. I would love to hear your reasons because it's fascinating to me. But I need to keep in mind often that people are watching my content to sleep, to relax, to chill out, to unwind, to escape. And I always want to try and push the genre boundaries, because I think ASMR as a genre, it can be anything. We can make any video idea ever, and it's so exciting. So why wouldn't you? But I often need to bring it back into, just remind myself of the goals. That said, my channel is very much a narrative ASMR channel, as you will know. I fall asleep to the talk show video because it is so comforting, but I watch the Grind Outlets for entertainment. Oh, that's really cool to hear. My reason is probably just for comfort and to escape stuff. This is actually a really good poll. Please, everyone, tell me why you watch ASMR. Who is your favourite ASMR artist? I tend not to answer that because it changes often. As many of you who consume ASMR will no doubt know, you sort of go through phases of different creators, and because like tingle immunity is a thing, and I'm very much a consumer of ASMR for the tingles, I tend to find different ASMR creators week to week. But I've said this in the past, but I'm a big male ASMR fanboy, and that is because my grandpa was my first proper experience of ASMR. And I don't know why, and I don't know for what reason, but male talking, soft speaking, tends to be my main trigger. I don't say that I prefer male ASMR to female ASMR. I'm just saying that that's what triggers my ASMR. And so I'm a big lover of male ASMR artists. I'm a lover of female ASMR artists as well, and everyone in between. I'm a general big supporter of the art form and the creators. But yeah, I watch ASMR for the tingles, to relax and to escape from daily anxiety. Yeah. Male thoughts on ER. I love ER. Did you ever have a good German beer? I have had good German beer in the past. Miriam, hi Atlas. Hi Miriam. Thank you. It's probably the rasp in the voice that always tingles my brain. Yeah, to be honest, it's interesting because as a male soft speaker, I feel like a lot of the male ASMR artists whisper on YouTube because as a male with a low voice, when you soft speak, it can often get a bit raspy and a bit sort of crackly. And I'm not often convinced that that's the best sort of timbre, But hey, I'm rolling with it. Just stick with the burps, Oh God! Please do a collab with Ryan ASMR. To be honest, I mean, me and Ryan haven't discussed a collab, but I have no doubt that there will be a collab with Ryan in it very soon because I love Ryan. I love Ryan to bits, and he and I just need to talk about ideas. To be honest, I have far too many people. I don't say this in arrogance, but far too many people that I am scheduled to collab with and want to collab with. But it's a balance because I'm trying to sort of slim back on the collabs for the minute and work on my own projects. I say that, but I have got collabs in the works. I don't know. What am I saying? Shut up. Do you have any plans for 100k? 100k? Who knows if I'll even get there? I'm very unwilling to plan for 100k. That seems far too grand a milestone for little old me, Any ideas you're particularly excited about for future videos? Yes, although I've currently got a list in front of me of all my ideas, and I'm struggling to pick one. I do have future projects I'm very excited about, but I never know which one next week's video will be, if you know what I mean. It's hard to pick. How do you think on new video ideas? I don't know. I probably write down 2 video ideas a day, and I just put them in like my little notes app. It's not to say that they will get made. It's not to say that they're even particularly good. But in a landscape where you can make an idea, make a video out of literally anything, it's a can you be quiet, child outside? That'd be nice. It's tricky to pick one, you know. Is Atlas your real name? No, it's not. To the viewers of last month's stream, or was it 2 months ago? Yeah, January's stream. Those people will know that my real name, is Ollie. 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 Name reveal part 2. Anyway. Ever thought of a Man on the Train prequel? Yeah. I mean, I've had videos since Man on Train that have referred to the man on the train. I don't want to overdo it. Hey, Sil, how are you? In France, we had a sand cloud that came from Atlas. Are you the Sandman? I certainly am. I mean, the Sandman. FB. The Sandman is a sort of creator of dreams, isn't he? That sounds like a very cool thing for an ASM artist to be. Voice reveal at 100k. Does anyone actually want to hear my real speaking voice? It's a lot louder than this. I'm one of these men with no volume control at all. As my friends can attest to, I'm quite loud. Am I left-handed? Yes. Did Greek mythology inspire Atlas? Yes. Oh, people are saying yes. Yes to the voice reveal. Oh. Well, it might have to be at 100k. If we get there. If we get to 100k, we can do a voice reveal. I'm not sure that's the most exciting thing, but it's an easy thing for me to promise. Selkie, no, that's fine. I mean, my name is Oliver, but I go by Ollie. Can you give us a trans rights, Ollie? How do you want me to give you a trans rights? Trans rights. Let me know. Very happy to. What kind of games do I play? Good question. I typically, even though if you've watched my videos, you will see a strong video game influence in them. I'm not sure that I would consider myself like an avid gamer these days. That said, I have been obsessed by the game Hades for the past month. I'm doing a lot of swallowing. I apologize for those who don't like the sound of swallowing. Ollie, is there any way to experience ASMR if I'm immune? Am I doomed to suffer without tingles forever? I am unable to offer a scientific explanation. I'm very sorry. I just know for a fact that some people don't experience tingles. However, if you haven't experienced tingles so far, I advocate for just keeping on trying different things, because there are triggers out there, many triggers that do different things for different people. You know, I only discovered the other day that a couple of months ago, that Fred's raw barbershop sounds are tingly for me, whereas previously I thought it was only voice. So try different stuff. I don't know. Sorry, I can't give a better answer. Hades is amazing. It's very good. The ferryman, it all makes sense now. So the ferryman video was actually concepted before I started playing Hades. As you might have guessed from the name Atlas, I'm no... I like my mythology, let's say. And the character that I played in the ferryman is obviously Charon, from Greek and Roman mythology. Ollie, what do you like to do on your free time? I don't, to be honest, have much free time. Considering that when I do have free time, well, I do, but when you're when this is your hobby, you're always thinking about new stuff. And if you don't have something on the burner, you're always stressed that you aren't thinking about new stuff. So, yeah. But equally, if I do have free time, I'm an incredibly social person, and that's why lockdown has been quite hard for me. But, no, let me qualify that. It's not been hard for me. Lockdown has been hard for many, many, many people around the world, and it hasn't been hard for me. I'm very, very, very lucky to be in a house with my best mate and in a reasonably fortunate position. It hasn't been hard for me. But I do miss my friends, and I see I sort of have in the past year gone for many, many walks with the people I live in this sort of vicinity with, my friends. But I was a social butterfly before lockdown, and intend to be after lockdown. Bye, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming. So I love socializing, and I love making videos. Doing this. This is my free time. This is my hobby. Chatting to you guys right now on a Friday night is what I'm doing with my spare time. Not a butterfly. A mythology tier list. I feel like I'm not going to rank different mythologies because that would be culturally insensitive. Are you wanting me to make a tier list with my favourite deities from, like, Greek mythology or something? Because that would be good fun. Do I like poetry? I have liked some poetry. I do not consider myself a active poetry consumer. ASMR dude. Where am I from? New Zealand. Auckland in New Zealand. What is the occasion for this live stream? Asks Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. It's to chat with your lovely self. There is no occasion for this live stream apart from me having the house to myself. Me feeling like it had been over a month since I did a live stream. And me not having anything on because we're in lockdown. So, hello. I could totally be Mr. Darcy. Thanks. Possibly. And then I could play a posh guy. Male yondair roleplay. Little Miss Anne, I'm exposing my ignorance here, but I don't really know what a yondair roleplay is. I'm sorry. I would usually just look it up, but I don't actually know what it is. ASMR with no background noise is hard. Good artists like Ephemeral Rift. I'm enjoying all of these comparisons to Ephemeral Rift. I don't often get compared to Ephemeral Rift, but it stands to reason that we might have a similar audience. So that's fun. Gosh, 530 viewer here. What? Mental. Did my roommate ever start his own ASMR channel? Lovely Sam. No. Sam was being very, very, very kind to me on my birthday, joining my live stream. He is incredibly supportive of this channel, but he is one of these people for whom ASMR isn't a nice sensation, and ASMR is a polarizing topic for some people, which I've never really understood, but he has real misphonia when it comes to whispering, and so I don't think would ever start an ASMR channel. He's certainly enjoying watching me do it. Yeah. Which country do I reside in? I live in the UK, in England. Do I watch anime? Yes. Sam reveal. Sam's already been revealed. Sam revealed at 80k. Sam's been revealed. What does my roommate do? I'm reluctant to speak about Sam when he's not here to speak about himself. So when I next get him on, he can tell you that answer. Is there an obvious difference between a British accent and a New Zealander accent? Yes. I'm not, I mean, yes, I'm not too well placed at the minute while I'm whispering to make significant sort of differentiation, because I think when I'm in full voice, I sound far more Kiwi than I do when I'm whispering. When I'm whispering, and particularly when I'm like on a Zoom call, on a call, what we're doing now, a sort of stream, live chat, whatever, for some reason, my phone voice is a little bit more, I don't want to say British, but it's not necessarily what I would sound like in real life. Not to say that I'm putting on a voice, but I don't know. Cerebral ASMR, thank you so much for coming. Do I have an opinion on this ghetto ASMR drama? Not really. I did see some of the ghetto videos, but don't have an opinion because I don't know the guy, and I'm unwilling to speculate on drama, to be honest. I've been playing Dishonored myself while listening to Amy K and GB. Amy K and GB are both wonderful, wonderful artists. Highly recommend. That sounds like a wonderful thing to do, Matthew. I think ER's videos are beyond abstract. I think ER's videos are also abstract. I really like them. Thank you, Mark. I'm based in Notting Hill and work in production and would love to help you make something sometime. Hit me up, Mark. Email's in the description. If anyone wants to collaborate, hit me up. Leak your Spotify playlist. I don't know if I'll be leaking it, but guys, I have a Spotify. If you haven't seen that I'm on Spotify, feel free to check me out. It's I listen to ASMR on Spotify because I don't like the potential of being interrupted by ads, and I don't have ads in the middle of my videos, but I know that some ASMR artists do, and Spotify is just a very easy, nice way, or Apple Music or any of the other streaming platforms that I'm on. Yeah, feel free to check me out. Self-promo. I liked your performance in the Bee movie. To be honest, I don't think I've done a whispered video on my channel since my very first video, but GB requested that everyone whispered in the Bee movie for consistency, which is a very good idea. And if you want to hear me whispering these days, the Bee movie is your only real chance to see it or hear it. What creative ASMR would you try to make that is out of your comfort zone? To be honest, all ASMR that I make is out of my comfort zone. I wouldn't say that me performing in front of a camera, or doing this even, is inside my comfort zone. I wouldn't say that me being, I don't want to use the term internet personality, it seems a bit grand, but that, I wouldn't say that's in my comfort zone, but it's me pushing myself and trying something new. So, yeah. Do you have special voice training? He said as he cracked his voice. No. I've always been a theatrical type, as in I've always loved theatre, and I have previously directed shows. So while I haven't had voice training, I've certainly instructed others as to how I like them to use their voices. Did you use an American accent in the Bee movie? I did, but that's simply because I had no idea how a bee. Well, I did, but that's because we were having to sync up our performance with the Bee movie, and my character is so American. He's like, what does he say? He's Punjabi. He says, "Are you ready for this hot shot?" And I sort of didn't know how to say that in my Kiwi accent. I think it would sound horrible. Are you ready for this hot shot? Sounds horrible me saying it now. Sprinkle some pollen over here and a dash over there. And a pinch on that one. See that? It's a little bit of magic, ain't it? Are you reporting a moving flower? I sort of don't know how to say these things. Are you reporting a moving flower? I also don't know how to whisper in a Kiwi accent. Are you reporting a moving flower? Where can you find the Bee Movie? It's on a little channel called GBASMR. You may have heard of it. How is beer in New Zealand some of the best in the world? Who are you voicing in the movie? Palanjak, number 3. It's so nice to see your personality here. Oh God, that's the worst part about it, Patrick. Have I ever played Hellblade? Senua's Sacrifice? No, sorry, Selkie, I haven't. 10 out of 10 American. Yeah, I apologize. If any, I'm sure I'm likely to do an American accent in the future, and I apologize in advance. I think you sounded very American. Thank you. Thank you, I guess. Loved your jacket from the Bee Movie vid. Yeah, so it's the same jacket I used in Upgrade Shop. What's been my favourite video to make? You know what? It's probably Let's Create Our Happy Place. The video of a few days ago. That was really fun to make. Do a cooking ASMR. I have a few cooking ASMRs on the list. They won't be straight cooking. They won't be me just doing a cooking show, but soft spoken. But I'm waiting to do them. I don't know why, but I am waiting to do them. Road to 100k. Oh God, too many people. Don't ever feel pressured to pump out videos. That is an interesting comment indeed, because the way YouTube works sort of does pressure you to pump out videos. And don't get me wrong, like in terms of my video output, it's not 3 times a week, as I'm sure you are aware. I put a lot of time into videos, and therefore I can't do more than 1 a week, and it ends up often being every 1.5 weeks. I'd like to increase my video output, but they just take a lot of time. So I don't know. It's an ongoing balance. Who knows where I'll find the right say how you say Atlas. It's Atlas. 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 Atlas, 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 Atlas. That was a really great video, the Create Your Happy Place. Super unique and cool. Thanks, Patrick. Yeah, as I say, it was really good fun to make. Your curls are so perfect. Jesse, you are my favourite person on the stream so far. No disrespect to anyone else. I'm so weird about my hair. So weird about my hair. So that's a nice comment. Thank you. Quality over quantity. I tend to agree, Jesse. Water time. Any celebration when Man on Train makes 1 million? Oh yeah, I saw that that's going to be pretty soon. Mental. Yeah, I might have a beer. That'll be quite nice. It'll be quite fun. It's funny being in the attention economy. Like, on some level, it's a little superficial, but on another, it's really cool. It's so cool that so many people have seen that. Thank you for watching it and for watching me right now. Sophia, hello. Welcome to the stream. Your great hair curls are the best. Yes, thank you. Please fix those pillows. Yeah, sorry, I didn't do much of a set design prior to this live stream. You're seeing me au naturel in my little hovel. I just quickly checked out your part in the Bee Movie, lol. It was bloody amazing. No offense, mate, but you had me laughing. Am I supposed to take offense? I think that was the absolute point of it. Atlas, when are we getting an owa owa? What does that mean? Did I just do it? We really appreciate you, man. That's great. I really appreciate you guys. Violet, no YouTuber I have seen, and I've been into ASMR since the very early days of its existence in YouTube, has put in the amount of work that you do for your production, your videos and movies. Thank you. I can't comment on other ASMR channels because I've no idea how much effort they do or do not put in, but thank you. It's very kind. Yeah. I need to find a balance because at the moment my videos, like, this could never be a business for me, you know, because each video is very much like a passion project, and because I work in a creative job, I love having a hobby where I have no deadlines, no clients, no hoops I need to jump through, and can just sort of make what I want to make and spend as much time on it that I want to spend on it. So I'm reluctant to sort of have a supply line of videos and having to bash them out twice a week. Only spend so much time on them, only spend so much money on them, because that's what I do in my day job. So I like spending money on these videos. I like spending my time on these videos. And when people ask me if I want to make YouTube my full-time career, I feel like I would lose something. I would lose a part of the process if I did that, you know? That's where I'm currently at. I know that no one asked. Just found the B movie. Happy watching. It's very good. Very good fun. Okay, where are we? Atlas, how are you mentally and physically? Thank you very much for asking, CT. I am mentally well. I think that the UK, as well as as well as a lot of this hemisphere, are slowly getting out of winter, and we are slowly seeing longer days, and we are slowly seeing the sun peep on through the clouds. And me being a naturally summer boy, you know, from New Zealand, where the sun is often out and the climate is reasonably temperate, that just fills me with energy. It recharges my batteries, and it just makes me remember what I used to be like, you know. So I feel mentally on the up. Physically, I feel pasty and skinny. I do rather miss the gym. Not that I was ever a gym-honed, gym-buffed person, but I do miss feeling at my physical best. I know that many people have spent their lockdown getting ripped. I've spent my lockdown drinking beer. Muzz. All right, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Can I do a serial killer roleplay? Oof. To be honest, maybe, but not right now. There's a bit too much. There's a bit too much rubbish in the news at the minute for me to want to do that right now. The talk show video made me miss being on sets with other people so much. Yeah, I miss the theatre. You know, I work in the theatre. I miss backstage. Oh, guys, I'm gonna need to quickly do a 1-minute pause for a pee break. But I'll be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and here we are. Hi. Speedy Gonzalez, man. That was fast. I even got a beer as well. Who's a legend? Okay. Thanks, Matt. Shut up, cars. The problem with living in London, sort of central London City, is that it's very seldom quiet. Hello, everyone who has just joined. We have been streaming for just over an hour, which is incredibly exciting. I, to be honest, only thought I would go for an hour, but I'm having fun. You guys are keeping me well entertained, so thank you. And thank you again for being here, for giving up your time to come and chill with me. Can you do finger fluttering? Sure. Can anyone hear that? Can anyone hear that? Probably not. What made you decide to do ASMR in the first place? Very good question. And one I've answered many times, and it's not a great answer. I did it entirely on a whim. I saw GB's husband, and I didn't know who GB was at the time, at the beginning of last year, do a video where GB was sort of instructing him how to do ASMR. And that was the first ASMR video I think I'd seen. And I found it so dorky and so endearing and just so interesting. And I was like, okay. And I bought this microphone, this Blue Yeti X, the next day. And I haven't looked back since, you know. Oh. Was that Heineken beer? It certainly was. How do you record your videos with those silly noises? I never hear them in the background. Well, Liv, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. As I'm sure any ASMR artist can attest to. It's the bane of our existence. Ambient noise from particularly cars and, you know, just the elements and various other things outside of our control. The answer for me is many takes. And, well, I say many takes. Editing. It's having to trim a lot of footage out. And it's also having to do very intense noise reduction and very intense frequency editing. I know a lot of people invest in expensive sound paneling and equipment to soundproof their spaces, and I don't yet have the means to do so. But eventually that's a goal. I'm moving into a new space in about a month, and I'm hoping that I can create a better environment to film in, audio-wise. But it's hard. You know, it's tricky when you have incredibly sensitive microphones and you're recording at a very, very, very high level, high gain, so it picks up very quiet sounds. Noise is always going to be a problem, unless you're in a professionally treated room. But that said, it's not as much of a problem as I think we think it is. I think sometimes it doesn't really matter. Maybe we're going to do a fan meet and greet in the future. I don't know. I don't think of myself as having fans. But I would certainly love to meet people. If there was ever an ASMR convention, I would be there in a heartbeat. Yeah. I'll definitely do a meetup at some point. That'll be fun. Your What's in My Bag video is now my go-to ASMR video. It's excellent. Thanks, Jonathan. That's really cool. That was a bit of an in-between video. And but I really enjoyed making it. As anyone who's seen that video can very clearly see, I really like that bag. Oh, that was an obnoxious sip. I'm so sorry. This chat is so awesome. Best community. Fine line. I could not agree with you more. This chat is incredible. I've seen no silly buggers in this chat either. This is like peak wholesome. Don't start. Just telling you, you're appreciated. Thanks, cheese. I do adore that bag. If anyone in this chat hasn't been on Scottish Undertones' channel, by the way, Muzz, sorry, the previously monikered Muzz, is one of my favourite ASMR artists to listen to. Please check out Scottish Undertones. He has a voice of absolute gold. Stomach. God, it's like there is another person here. Atlas #fanfic. Hello, I noticed your channel because Upgrade Shop popped up on my recommended page. Thank you so much for checking me out. As I say, I'm proud of Upgrade Shop. Quite liked it. It's interesting to me. I mean, my mother, bless her, watched that video and had no idea what was going on. Because all the references made in it were a bit over her head, you know, like Pokemon cards being used as currency. It may not seem that niche to people who, you know, who grew up in the 90s, but it is niche to some people. I appreciate. Vanessa, can we expect more mythological themes in your videos? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love it. I'm a classicist, really. Have you eaten today? Yeah, I just smashed back a pizza like an hour and a half ago. If you've watched an Ephemeral Rift video, so many people asking about Ephemeral Rift. I have. I love Ephemeral Rift. He's one of my go-tos. Did I ever play Valheim? I didn't. Your videos are so creative and relaxing. We love you and thanks for everything. Thank you very much, Ali. Any advice for photographers looking to start their careers professionally? Oh, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. I'm sure I probably have lots. I don't know if any of it, any intelligent advice is coming to mind. I think when I started photography, probably about 13 years ago, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to photography college or anything. I just sort of bought a camera and just took loads of photos of my mates, and then slowly started picking up work. You know, I just sort of started sending my photos to people and going, "Can I shoot your wedding? Can I shoot your event? Can I be a nightclub?" I was a nightclub photographer for like a year, and I just sort of got better through making. So to anyone out there wanting to, you know, make money as a creative, I think just make rather than think about, you know, no time like the present. Yes, there was pineapple, of course. Pardon me. Dream ASMR collaboration. To be honest, I've got possibly my dream ASMR collaboration coming up. My lips are sealed. Oh, Atlas, I texted my crush and admitted I liked her, and she said she had a crush on me also. Oh, yes, I'm so stoked for you. That is the best feeling in the world. Well done. Well done. I'm telling her. That's great. There's no more triumphant feeling in the world. I'm stoked for you. Okay, lovely greetings from Germany, my friend. Thank you very much. What's all this W chat? Oh, does that mean win? I'm so out of the loop, man. Have you ever considered doing a Blade Runner themed video? I have considered that. I very much like neon noir as an aesthetic. I'm a lover of noir generally. I think that Blade Runner, being a very good example of that sort of neon noir, is something I want to emulate. I think Upgrade Shop sort of was the beginnings of me sort of trying to go into that sort of universe. Not Blade Runner specifically or implicitly, but very much that sort of feeling, you know. Atmosphere ASMR, insane amount of work she put into a video. Yeah, I mean, Atmosphere is another beast, isn't she? I think Atmosphere in some ways is a good comparison to some of the stuff that I make, but in other senses, she almost goes for a much more immersive, much more sort of grand scale than I do so far. Upgrade Shop is my favourite video of yours. Thanks, Shrug. I think it's really cool to hear that so many people have different favourite videos, you know. I accept that a lot of people were brought here from Man on Train, and so it always really really warms my little cockles to see other people saying, you know, the What's in My Bag one was my favourite, or the Happy Place one was my favourite. It's really cool. Do you know the Medusa video from ASMR Glow? A Greek mythology collab with you and her would be lovely. I've never spoken to Glow, which surprises me. I've spoken to a lot of other ASMRs, but I've never spoken to Glow. And yes, I have seen that video of hers, and it's wonderful. She's amazing in that. Glow actually does some really, really, really tight role plays. They're great. Ferryman is my go-to. Grand Budapest is go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is really cool. It's really cool. I really like that. Legend Reviews, thank you so much. Office Ketchup, I'm still in love with that bag that you have. Office Ketchup. Oh, so am I. So am I. I keep it next to me at all material times. Upgrade Video is the first one I watched, and the Ferryman is probably my favourite. Yes, come on. Kalos, thank you so much for your lovely donation. That's so kind. Your video quality makes you look like you have years of content, but looking at your catalogue and only seeing 1 year ago in your oldest video makes it look even more astounding. Also, here's some cash. Very, very, very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I recently celebrated my 1 year channel anniversary, and I get that looking at my all my videos, I don't look like I have a massive library of content, but that's simply because that they all take so bloody long. Gentleman video is the favourite one. Cool, that's great. Christmas Story is the favourite. See, this is... I like it. You guys are making me a happy man. Love Grand Atlas. Do you have a patron? I do have a Patreon, if that's what you mean. You're very welcome to join it. I post some exclusive content on my Patreon. I always feel like I should do more, but occasionally I do behind the scenes things, and occasionally I do sort of bloopers and things on my Patreon. So you're very welcome to join if you felt like supporting me. But to be honest, this is support enough. You guys watching me is very cool. The first video of yours that I've seen was the Aeronaut, and it's one of my favourites. See, this is brilliant. Greetings from Kazakhstan. Greetings from the UK. Have you always lived in London? I thought they were from New Zealand. I am from New Zealand. I've lived in London for the past, I think, 8 years. Atlas, are you a musicals man? I am a musicals man. I love musicals. I love musicals. I would say that my favourite, I mean, it's a bit of a beige answer these days, but Hamilton really shook, really climbed its way up into the #1 spot. But previously, I've loved Les Mis, I've loved Phantom, loved Rent. Rent was probably the first musical I totally fell in love with. What else? I love loads of them. Collaborate with Sophie Michelle. I've never spoken to Sophie. I'm not particularly against collaborating with anyone. I really enjoyed Death of Mozart. Oh, Mariana, you're my favourite. Atlas, do you like Frank Sinatra? I think if you've seen my crooner video, you'll know the answer to that. I do love Frank Sinatra. Have I listened to Hadestown? I haven't. Oh no, sorry. I have, but I can't remember. I can't remember it. I need to see Hadestown. You're British, aren't you? No, I'm Kiwi. ASMR Zeitgeist recommended us to watch your Unlimited video. Did he? It's very kind of him. Thanks, Michael. What job would you choose if you didn't work as a photographer? To be honest, I have always been reasonably good at doing exactly what I want to do. You know, so I'm, as I said earlier, I'm very much in my dream job. And the second that changes, I will be in my next dream job, because I'm a big proponent of chasing what you love and doing what you love. And I come from, my dad works in music. My mum works in music. They've somehow made careers in the arts in New Zealand, which you would think would be a very hard thing to do. And I always, I was born, I guess, with that really drilled into me, and raised with the idea that you can just follow your passions and somehow find a way to, the money will follow. I know that's not entirely true. I know that I'm very lucky in so many respects, but yeah, I've always found a way to make it work. Sammy Davis Jr. is the best. Sammy Davis Jr. is amazing. You sound like a posh toff. Gosh, hold. How kind of you. Kia ora, Muzz. See you later. I really enjoyed your last video with creating our happy place. Should I wait for another one? Evil note. Yeah, I would. I intend to make that something of a series. But hey, I always have intentions. Have I seen Howl's Moving Castle? I have seen Howl's Moving Castle, and I loved it. I loved it. There was, I think it was... No, it wasn't. No, I loved Howl's Moving Castle. Do you have any videos that you didn't publish because you didn't like the end result? Yes. I did. I did not publish one because I didn't like the end result. It was a, it was me doing like a Photoshop tutorial in a sense. And it was me editing myself, and it was a few months ago. And I know the Happy Place video I just released is sort of me editing myself. But this Photoshop tutorial felt, at the time, incredibly self-indulgent, and I really wasn't in the right headspace for it. I'm at constant odds with myself for what is too self-indulgent for me to publish. It's an ongoing conversation, and that didn't make the cut. Kaysen, can you keep up the wholesome for our main man Atlas? Appreciate you. That would be really nice. Thank you. This is a good vibes channel, guys. Always good vibes. Favorite Studio Ghibli movie, I would say, is probably Howl's Moving Castle. I did like Ponyo as well. I get the same feeling from your videos and Porco Rosso. I get the same feeling from your videos as from Goodnight Moon's Babblebrook. Yeah, I love Goodnight Moon's Babblebrook series. I only discovered it very recently, and I actually think that she's sensational. She's something else, isn't she? She's amazing. Beard scratches, for those who like those. Crispy Tingles, good to see you, my good sir. Please, everyone, check out Crispy Tingles ASMR. Lovely, lovely voice. Oceanic, good to see you. Oh, Jack, sorry, I skipped your super chat. Thank you very much. Here's €5 from me to a very talented, yet surprisingly underrated YouTuber. Thank you, Jack. I'm so sorry that I overlooked that. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. This is the ASMR community version of the Lo-Fi channel. Spaghetti. Hypernova. There you go. I said it. Bro, I thought you were British. No, I'm very sorry to disappoint. I'm a Kiwi. I'm a Kiwi, and there is constant debate on this channel about my accent, because to many it sounds British. But I assure you that I am Kiwi. When I am full voice, as I said earlier, it's much easier to spot the twang, you know. I'm going to do a full Kiwi ASMR video at some point, which I'm excited about. He's a Kiwi, question mark, Officer Ketchup. I am a Kiwi. There's some cracking chat going on in the chat. Please don't mind me. Doing some actual ASMR on this ASMR channel. ASMR, 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 ASMR. Is this channel my full-time job? No. No. Despite what the cultural zeitgeist might have you think, not ASMR zeitgeist, but the opinion of the day, being a YouTuber at this level isn't particularly lucrative. That isn't. I sound like a dick saying that. That isn't to complain at all, but I would say that my expenses match my income, if you know what I mean. Tippy tappy. Hello, mate. Hello, Liam. Red Harry sends his regards. Red Harry. Goodness, guys, we've been chatting about. Me and the gentleman gang have been chatting today, and it's been quite fun. It's been quite fun getting the crew back together. Okay, where are we? Cancelling for the sparkling water. Get off this channel. Do you stream on Twitch? No, I don't really consider myself a streamer, he said ironically. I think to be a really effective streamer, you have to be quite a good storyteller, and I don't mean that in the way that I tell stories through my videos, but you have to have the gift of the gab. You have to just have phenomenal sparkling chat at all times. And I'm a fellow who's not always on, you know. When I'm on, I'm on. Don't get me wrong, when I'm on. But when I'm not, I'm not. And I could never have a stream schedule, because if I woke up that morning feeling like I wasn't on, like I wasn't feeling verbose, or, you know, then I wouldn't want to stream. So I don't think I'll ever be a streamer. Don't get me wrong, I love doing this, but as a monthly thing, it works a little bit better for me. The Gentleman is my favourite collab. Well, we have a treat for you. Yeah, I said I'm not a streamer, but here I am streaming. Yeah, it's always going to be an accompaniment. I stream in order to chat with you guys, you know, because I don't want to I don't want to not stream. I'm not making any sense. I do like streaming, but I don't want to be a streamer. You know? Genuinely curious, what's my favourite food? I'm a desserts guy. I'm a sweet guy. I would have said that. I would have said as a kid my favourite food was probably something like macaroni cheese. I would say, like, savoury wise, I'm pretty simple. I like a good, like, spaghetti bolognese, you know. ASMR musings memes, I completely agree with you. I don't know how streamers do it either. Way too much pressure to be 200% animated. To be honest, it doesn't take too much for me to be in a zone where I am 200% animated. When I'm at a social occasion, I am usually on, you know, I'm usually very animated and very, you know, up and out there. But when I'm not in that space, I'm not in that space. You know, I love my alone time. I love my introverted time. And I don't feel the need to always be on. And I look at streamers, and I don't know how they do it. They're superhuman, some of them. Okay, where am I? Can I do a therapist ASMR? I don't think so. I don't think that's very me. However, I will recommend ASMR Jeremiah. And he's not a qualified therapist, but he does some incredibly soothing video content. Some of which he is a therapist in, role-playing a therapist. Yeah, I mean, I don't care for the sparkling water hate at all. Don't care for it. Could you collab with Goodnight Moon? That would be epic. I've never even considered that because I'm not sure if Erin's the type to collab. If it happens, it happens. Don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Never say never. Your cinematic themed videos are brilliant. Thanks, Peter. I'm not sure which ones are the cinematic themed videos, but thank you. Cranial nerve exam. No. Not only your tone, but your whole personality too is calming AF. Thanks. I'm quite a chaotic individual, usually, so I don't know how calming my friend would find me, but it's very interesting to hear. Thank you. Do you watch Attack on Titan? We gave Attack on Titan a try. I say we, me and Sam, my flatmate and best friend, and we found it quite intense. I think we gave up after a while. What's my Hogwarts house? Slytherin. Ephemeral Rift, more Ephemeral Rift questions. Have you considered collabing with them? Again, I haven't considered it, but that's because no, I haven't. But I'm not against the idea. I'm not sure if he's collaborating at the minute. Everyone does the cranial nerve exams. Yeah, quite, Claire, quite. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching a cranial nerve exam as much as the next guy. But I'm not sure they're very me, you know. It's not to say that I will never do one, because I accept that they're an ASMR staple, and they have an inbuilt audience to an extent, and it's perfectly enjoyable content. I like watching them. I just don't know if it's me, you know? John Wick. Yeah, I don't know if I could beat Phoenician Sailor's John Wick. Very good. I'm a Phoenician Sailor fanboy. Your video with articulate design is perfect. Best ASMR ever. Thank you. Articulate design, as many of you will know, is my homie. I love that man. And I've got more videos with him planned. Do you like Dr. T ASMR? To be honest, I don't not like basically most ASMR. Dr. T, I have watched him. I can't remember his videos right now. I'm sorry. Good luck for your upcoming entry test at uni. Good luck. I hope you absolutely smash it. You've watched Ephemeral Rift. I have watched Ephemeral Rift. Technical. What did I say, Liam? Technical. Can you do a Terminator voice? No. I don't know what that would be. As in, like, the Arnie voice. No. How do you keep a positive outlook on things all the time? It makes me... Oh, right, Dr. T reference. It makes me calm for some reason. I think, like anyone who is online, as a sort of online presence that people watch, you're not positive all the time. You just put on a happy face for the camera. You know, I don't want to be perpetuating unrealistic examples, you know. That said, I'm a reasonably optimistic, positive guy. I'm not a particularly dark mind. I'm, I think, annoyingly positive a lot of the time. Unless it comes to filming myself, where I become uncharacteristically shouty and annoyed. I think I'm at my most frustrated with the world when I'm filming for this channel. You seem so chill. Thanks, Peter. Have you ever acted? I feel like you have a natural acting skill. Definitely the voice and the look. No, I haven't really acted before. I've been on stage before. I've done amateur, pardon me, amateur theatrics, but it's never really been an ambition of mine. It's not an ambition of mine to be famous in any way, and I realise that by having a YouTube channel, you build up some notoriety, but but so far it's at a manageable amount. You know, I enjoy people responding to the videos far more than I enjoy people responding to me. So, yeah, I don't know. Who knows? It's a work in progress. It's all a journey, right? Are you a fan of Fred ASMR? Do you mean Fred's voice? I mean, I'm a massive fan of Fred's voice. I love Fred's voice. Have fun in the bath, Tiffy. Thanks very much for coming. You have a great, dry, dark humour. It's certainly dark, and it's certainly dry. Thank you. Do I like corn dogs? That's an American thing. I don't think we call them corn dogs in New Zealand or the UK. Do you mean like hot dogs? Hollywood seems kinda Holly weird these days. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I have any intimate knowledge of the industry, because I don't. But in my job, I talk to people who are associated with Hollywood, and that's not me boasting. That's just... And it does seem to be going through something of an identity crisis. But anyway, I mean, even if I was wanting to act, I wouldn't necessarily want to be in Hollywood. Soda? Nice. Gosh, there's still around 500 people here. That's mental. Again, thank you. We've been going for over an hour and a half, as Creative Calm has been so good at marking. So thank you again for spending your time here. You have so many better options. Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? Annoyingly, like so many other people on YouTube, I would consider myself both. I would say that I would lean towards extroversion. That said, I would say of all of the people in my friend group, that's not true. Of some of the people in my... No, I won't say that. I won't compare myself to others. I enjoy my time by myself. This is my time by myself, even though I am with 500 other people. It may seem like it's an example of me being extroverted, but in reality, it's me being very comfortable and happy with being by myself. It sort of depends how you define the terms. I think some people define it in terms of how you draw energy, i.e. is it from other people or is it from yourself? I don't know if actually that is the correct way to define it. I would say that I'm extroverted, more so than introverted, but I'm very happy being by myself. And as I've said on the stream before, I'm not up all the time. I'm often very chill. Me and Sam often hang around just by ourselves. You know, we work in the same room. We sit on that couch every night. And often it's without saying a word to each other, you know. We've spent the past 20 years as best mates, and we're very, very happy just being silent. But we're both quite extroverted people. If you could make a film that would be... sorry for the siren peeps. If you could make a film that would be shown in cinemas around the world and you were given a carte blanche for everything, money, people, other resources, what would you do? Any specific themes? Very interesting question. I don't know. It would be likely mythological. It would likely be sort of in fantasy. It would likely draw from quite dark themes. You know, all the things I'm doing on my channel, there's a sort of darkness associated with sort of like noir nihilism, in a sense. There's fantasy elements associated with gaming and mythology, and there's strong sort of, not strong, but like narrative intrigue. So I don't know. I've never considered myself a filmmaker. So I don't know if making a film is actually my dream. It's probably crafting a sort of immersive, interactive experience. Thoughts on Phoenician Sailor? I am pro Phoenician Sailor. I like Scott a lot. Your writing / storytelling for your videos is exquisite. How do you get so good? Thank you. It's probably through having been to so much theatre. You know, pardon me. I'm by no means a film auteur. I'm by no means I'm by no means like a novel fiction buff. I mean, I enjoy reading, I enjoy watching films, but they're not something that I study. But I've seen more theatre than most people. I think that's really fair to say. I've seen a lot of theatre, and I think that naturally exposes me to a lot of storytelling. And a lot of crafted, don't know what I'm trying to say there. What would you do if you didn't do ASMR? I mean, I do, thanks for the question, Narcissa. I do plenty that isn't ASMR. Not limited to photography, design. I mean, I guess ASMR counts like filmography, but also like audio and audio engineering. I do other bits and bobs. I have done other bits and bobs in my day. Are there any ASMR channels that you disapprove of then? No. Or at least not publicly. No. Not really. I sort of think that if people want to make something and it has an audience, then make it. It's not really for me to judge. Would you consider your videos art videos? I went to art school and some of them are definitely weird enough. I guess that's a compliment. Thank you. I don't know if I'd consider any of my videos art videos. Which of your videos has had the biggest budget? Probably Upgrade Shop. I bought 2 very expensive lights for But don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm going to use those lights in future videos. So it's all an investment. Every cent that I make from YouTube, I put into the channel. So it's not an expense. Well, no, it's literally an expense, but it's not a problem, you know. I want to invest as much as I can into this channel, so that I'll eventually have something to show for it, you know. At least not publicly. I mean, there's no drama simmering under here. I genuinely don't have any ASMR channels that I don't care for. How are we doing? We're at 1 hour 45 minutes, guys, gals, everyone in between. I think I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and then I think I'm going to sign off, because this has been real. This has been absolutely awesome. But I think I need to unwind at some point. So, hey, final questions. Hit me. Get them in. I'll probably miss them all. Alex, I love commenting on your videos because you always heart my comments. Yeah, I try to get to as many comments as I can, particularly within that first day. You know, it's hard, and it's you know, sort of cursed in some ways by my own growth, and so I won't complain about it. But it's it gets harder to do so, to respond to every comment. But I certainly look at them, and I try and heart and reply to as many as I can, certainly within the first couple of days. So thank you so much for commenting. It's very cool. What are you drinking? I'm drinking beer. Is Jar Jar a Sith? Yes, I subscribe to that entirely. As someone who studies classics, it's great to hear that you love the field. I do. I didn't study classics, I studied Latin. That will come as no surprise to anyone who's seen The Ferryman. What part of the UK are you from? I'm not. I'm from New Zealand. I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. And I live in London. Any advice on how to cope with dark times? How do you unwind from a global situation like this one? Help. Well, I don't have any therapeutic advice. My advice to me was to make content like this. It kept me busy, it kept me active, it kept me creatively fulfilled, and it kept me distracted. And it continues to do so. Good luck. If I could make any ASMR video without a budget and execute everything perfectly, what would you do? I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I try my best with every video. Budget and time don't really get in the way. Latin is the worst. What? I don't agree. I think Latin isn't the worst. It's certainly a dead language, but it taught me a lot. Can you please say heart? Heart. Heart. Please say Scruck of the East Barrows. Do you think you'll stop making videos soon? No, I don't think so. I don't have any like goals. And I don't think more than 1 week or 2 weeks in advance. But no, I don't think I'm going to stop making videos right now or anytime soon. Am I a fan of Atla? Avatar: The Last Airbender? I am. Caecilius est in horto. I like that. Caecilius certainly is in horto. Ever been to Ireland? I have. I'm actually here on the grey of an Irish passport, so I'm half Irish. Do I have a background in graphic design? I do. Thriller ASMR, as in Michael Jackson thriller ASMR, or as in the genre thriller. Either, I don't think so. More readings in Latin, please. Did you like that? Ekautem telis pantos elapsos akirum pantos autorites akis voibi quaesate casacerdos sacramano vultos quae deo pavum quae nabote ipse trahit cusur qua mens ad limina tendit quore sum maloco pantu quam plendimus arcem vixeo fatos aram gemiducum tali Buenos días. I do like my Latin ASMR. Why Latin though? Why not? Okay, last minute. Optimus ASMR. Do you mean Optimus Prime? Optimus Prime. Oh god, I've lost all my voice because I've been whispering for so long. Aeneid ASMR. I sort of, with the ferryman's a bit, sort of Aeneid ASMR. Thank you for all these lovely questions, guys. I'm so sorry that I didn't get to so many of them, but we'll do this again at some point. Some point soon. When's your birthday? It was about 2 months ago. Well, 1.5 months ago. It was the 27th of January. And I turned 30. It was a very good birthday. I spent it with you lovely lot on live stream. Gang. It's been real. It's been bloody real. This has been legit. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope, wherever you are in the world, that you are happy and healthy and well. Or at least trying your best. Hey Jenny, thanks for coming just for the end. And we'll do this again soon. And in the meantime, keep being your best selves. Alright? Thank you so much for supporting me. And yeah, have a